Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Colorfully Conscious podcast. It's your host, Leylah Murad, and I'm so happy that you're here. Thank you for being here. This week's episode is about getting out of your comfort zone. We will talk about different tips and motivational encouragers and advice that I give for getting out of your comfort zone, for pursuing, whatever that may be. If you're thinking about starting something new, this episode will help you with different ways to start something new, right? To pull the Band-Aid off and post whatever it is you want to post, or create whatever it is you want to create, or drop whatever it is you want to drop. This episode kind of will help you get you out of your comfort zone, and will just hold your hand and tell you what happens when I get out of my comfort zone as well. Because it's not easy. Leaving your comfort zone is probably one of the hardest things you can do, and you're going to experience it over and over again, even once you do leave. And it takes practice, and we talk about that in this week's episode. Some little promotional things. If you have not listened to last week's episode, Your Life is Worth Living, please listen to it. I think that is one of the most important episodes I've ever made. And I highly encourage you take the time out of your day to, whether it's before, after, or later in the week after you listen to this, please listen to it, okay? Highly, highly, highly recommend. I think there's very, very valuable information in there, and send it to a friend, okay? Please, if you enjoyed listening to this week's episode or another episode, and if you haven't already, please rate me on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or whatever platform you're listening to. If there's an option to rate, please give me a rating, 5 stars. Would really appreciate that. It helps my podcast grow. Don't forget to follow me at colorfully.conscious on TikTok and Instagram, and I hope, and YouTube, I think that's my same. Please like and subscribe. Thank you. Let's get started on this week's episode on how to leave your comfort zone and why you should leave your comfort zone. Whatever you're thinking about starting that you think is scary, or that whatever it is that you're starting requires you to speak and use your voice and do something out of your comfort zone, you just gotta do it. I've had people in the past, at least, ask me, what's the best way I can get out of my comfort zone? And you just gotta do it. Like, long story short answer, you just do it. Because you're not going to get comfortable doing it unless you're doing it. You know what I mean? We can talk about you doing it. We're going to use podcasting for an example. We can talk about you starting a podcast. We can help you start a podcast. You can ask for advice. You could listen to hours of other podcasters. But until you actually press the record button, you're not going to get any better. Like, you're not going to get any more help. You're not going to push yourself where you need to be until you actually press record and you start talking. Does that make sense? So, whatever it is for you, in this example, we're using podcasting. I could tell you all the life advices, I could tell you all the tips and tricks, but until you start doing it, for example, also, I know a lot of people want to start, using Reels and, doing Reels and, or, even TikTok, or a lot of people I know, at least in my generation, want to start doing Reels. And I'm like, great, do it, but they're scared. And I'm like, what are you scared of? And I think it's just the perception of other people that holds us back so many times, so often. The number one thing that holds us back is being perceived by others in a negative light. And literally same. I understand that. And I still post Reels and I still get scared, you know what I mean? Just because, how, not horrible, that's not the right word. It is very terrifying, especially when you're in the beginning stages. Don't get me wrong, this is not easy. Doing things out of your comfort zone is not easy, but it is 100% what will get you to the next steps of your life and the thing that you're craving, and it'll help you be yourself and spread your word and find your authentic people and connect you with the right connections and just liberate yourself from being inside and keeping all these things inside and keeping all this passion crumbled up when you know you need to come out of your shell and it's time and you're getting inspired, but the only thing holding you back is yourself. Okay? I remember, and I still experience how terrifying it is to, post something and not get any reaction. To post something, and I used to, how many times I would delete a post if it didn't get the number of likes I wanted within the hour? Or how many times I would delete a post if, I know how many people saw it and not many people were liking it, so often, until I just, you gotta stick it to yourself, and you just gotta be like, you know what, it's gonna stay up regardless. You gotta keep telling yourself, and it's true, you gotta keep telling yourself, it will reach the audience it's meant to reach. It will reach the audience it's meant to reach. It will resonate with those it's meant to resonate with. Just because they're not liking, just because they're not reacting, just because they're not supporting, doesn't mean you're not doing a great job. Doesn't mean that you did not do the right thing. Doesn't mean that it didn't resonate for one single person out there. And isn't that why we do it anyway? Isn't that why, you're passionate about it? It's not to make everybody happy, because it's not going to make everybody happy. It's never going to be the case, right? You're posting it in order to hopefully, at least from my perspective, at least just change one person's life, at least so it resonates with somebody. Whether you're about to drop a new music piece or an art piece or a podcast episode, or you're going to post your first reel, it's not going to be for everybody. Why? Because it's something very new, and until you develop and start doing it often for your audience to get used to it and to get accustomed to it and to get acquainted to it, until you start doing it so often, which, by the way, you will lose followers, and because the more you be your authentic self, the more other people will start to disintegrate. The more the people who are not for you and who are not meant for you will disappear. Those people who are not liking, who are not supporting, who are only there for your pretty pictures and not for your reels or for your podcast or for your music, that is fine. Don't sweat them. Don't sweat them. Let them go, Your people will follow you. You will gain new followers. You will gain new listeners. You will gain new buyers. You will gain the people who are meant for you always, always, always. The more you do the things that scare you, the more that people who love you will come forward. The more you do the things that scare you, the more you're going to feel so liberated. The more you're going to feel so more at home, and the more you're going to find your authentic truth and your authentic path, okay? I love listening to old podcast episodes that I've created. Okay, that's actually not really true. I do not love to listen to them because I cringe at them, but it's the point I'm trying to make here is that you see how far you grow from the first time you press the record button into 2 years later when you're pressing the record button, and I hear the change in my voice, whether that be from, I was gonna say puberty, but I'm way past puberty. I was gonna say whether that be from physiological changes of my body getting older, which I mean, my prefrontal cortex is not developed. I'm 25, thank you. Whether that be from physiological changes, such as your body simply aging, or, just most likely the case, from you gaining confidence, from doing the thing that you were once scared to do and still doing it, and I'm still scared and I'm still doing it, but that is how you get better, by simply doing it. You just gotta do the thing. Nike was so on point. Nike really hit it home when they said just do it. That is probably Nike, you did not have to do that, but you did, because they just had to do. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good because literally you just gotta do it. And that reminds me of one of my other podcast episodes that I posted a long time ago that was just posted already, right? Is that my first podcast episode? And that might actually be my first podcast episode. Hold on, now I literally want to go check. Okay, confirmed. that was literally my first podcast episode talks about just posted already. Oh my gosh, this is so like a full circle moment for me, because literally that's what I'm talking about, guys. Like, the thing that you're scared of, it's the thing that will most liberate you, is the thing it's holding you back. You want to post a reel, you want to post an episode, you want to do things, you want to go skydiving, you want to text this person, you want to start a podcast, you want to start recording music, whatever it is that you want to do, you just got to do it. That is my first ever podcast episode, just posted already, because if you wait until it is perfect, you'll wait forever. If you wait until there are no flaws, you'll wait forever. If you wait until you have a whole video recording team, you'll wait forever. It'll never happen. You know what I mean? Like, I used to think that I would have to have my own recording studio. I would need all this expensive equipment. I need a new camera. I need a new microphone. I need this. I need that. But that's not true. And it was just me procrastinating what I wanted to do. You know, it was just like me further perpetuating and pushing it back, the thing that, right, because I was scared. The thing that I wanted to do was start my own podcast, and I did, and that's literally my first episode just posted already, because I could spend hours rethinking and reviving and contemplating, should I post it, should I not, and the title is literally posted already, because the people are waiting and the people want you, and the quicker you do it, the quicker you find your people. But at the same time, it's not a race, okay? And at the same time, whenever you do it is the perfect time. However, on the flip side, if you wait until the perfect time, it's never gonna happen. You just gotta do it. You gotta rip off the Band-Aid. And if you ask, what makes you confident, or what advice do you have for being yourself, or what advice do you have for like, I don't know. Yeah, like being yourself, or starting the thing, or learning to talk on camera, and it's just doing it over and over and over again is how you get used to it, is how you get better at it. Like, listening to my old episodes and seeing how far I've come is such a beautiful opportunity and such a beautiful thing to experience within myself, because I see the growth, and that is what happens, right? And you can decide, maybe later, maybe years later, if you want to go and delete some of those old episodes, fine. If you want to go and delete some of those old posts, great. But once you get started, please do not be like me and delete it after 5 minutes and delete it after a short period of time, because there are people who will resonate with your work, and getting outside of your comfort zone will be the best place you could ever be, and we're here and we're waiting for you, and your people will find you. And I'm still saying this with, because if what's today's date? Thursday, September 26, 2024, marking this date. If you were to currently go to my Instagram, I have been stuck at this number of followers for so long, it makes my blood boil. Like, how long I've been at freaking 960 followers? I swear, for the past 2 years, and I've hit 1,000, I've hit over 1,000, and you'll lose people, and that's just how it happens. And I've just been stuck in this range for so long, and it seems like I'm not growing, but what's actually happening is I lose followers. The more I post, the more I lose followers, and also the more I post, the more I gain followers. So each time, it's just so funny, and I don't know how, and I don't know when I'll get out of this, but I know I will. Just this number, literally 960, I have been hovering around that number for literally 2 years, and it's very frustrating because I'm out here posting not consistently, which is my problem, and maybe is the problem. But I'm saying this all to tell you that, once you do your thing, whatever that is, you'll lose people and you'll gain people, and that's kind of where I'm at. Is it seems like I'm not making progress, but I am making progress, because I'm losing people and gaining people, but it just seems like so they just even out for each other, and it seems like we're not going forward where we actually are. And then the people that you lose are never your people anyway, and the people that you gain are like people who will love you forever and like cherish you and support you. And I just remember whenever I first started my podcast, when like strangers would support me more than like my own friends and family. Like random strangers would, I remember one day I got a random Venmo from someone that was like, keep doing your thing, like keep podcasting. And like someone else supported me. Like it's the people that you least expect that you'll have the most impact on. It's the people that you least expect that resonate with you the most, the people that you don't even know, which I think is the beautiful thing about this interweb and internet. And you know, as there's many scary things to the internet and whatnot, but one of the best things is that you can reach so many people and you can connect with so many people from around the world. Like my second on Spotify for podcasters, which is what I use to produce, you can see like the demographic of the people that listen. And the first group of people are from the United States, and the second group I have like 15% from Germany. So like, what's up, Germany? You know what I mean? Like you never know. That's why you just gotta do it, because it may not be from in your inner circle. Your inner circle may be the people that actually don't support you or don't listen to your first couple episodes or don't like your reel or don't comment on your reel, which I try not to get frustrated with as well, because I know how many people could like and comment on my photos and my posts, but they don't, because I do post them out of the box things, and like I'm not your average poster, and I'm not like, I talk about the things that's going on in the world. I don't just post cute selfies, even though I do post cute selfies. That's not the only things that I post, right? So it's so fascinating to see the difference in likes and comments from when I post me looking good, looking cute, versus when I post a reel about genocide. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's very different, and it resonates completely different with completely different people. But I forgot what I was gonna say. I'm gonna say whatever. Like, the people that you think should uplift you and support you, just prepare to have that bubble broken down as well, but don't let that hold you back, okay? Because like I said, somewhere out there, whether that be in Germany or in the United States or in Hong Kong, like somewhere out there in the world, you will resonate with people and you will find your niche in your group, and that is going to be your group, and that's just going to be awesome for you, and I will love that for you, and I will support you, okay? And if I don't, maybe it doesn't resonate with me, but somebody like me will, you know? So just, my advice is just to keep going, and like, I guess this episode turned into being about how to get out of your comfort zone. So if you're listening to this, thank you for listening to this, and I hope that you do get out of your comfort zone, because I promise you it's so worth it. And like, and I'm still figuring it out, right? I'm still learning. I don't have everything figured out, and I'm still posting for like the small group of listeners and the small followers that I have on my different platforms. Like, you can't let the likes and the comments stop you, whether that be positive, negative, or non-existent, right? Just because nobody is liking or commenting doesn't mean they're not watching, okay? I don't remember where I heard that, but I heard that from somewhere, and that resonated with me, because as much as I want to delete it after it's been 8 hours and I have like 3 likes, you can't, because just because people are not liking and commenting doesn't mean they're not watching. And like, a view is a view, okay? A view is a view. A view is what gets you the money, okay? I am currently not making any money off of this, but one day we will. One day we are. Okay, we're gonna manifest our speak into existence, okay? I am making money off this. And the view, you make it off the views, okay? As well as the likes and comments. But, you know, you see, are you picking up what I'm putting down? If I have 1 million views on YouTube, that is what's gonna get me. You know what I mean? Like, It's not about the likes and the comments. It's about the viewers. So don't delete it just because it doesn't have enough likes and comments, because people are watching and people are listening, even though they may not show their support. Okay? And that I think that's honestly the toughest part about getting out of your comfort zone is, also releasing the feeling of needing to be liked by everyone, whether that's a physical like on a post or like genuinely liked by those around you, because it doesn't matter, unfortunately. It doesn't matter if you being you means that people won't like you, then that's awesome, because you're not meant to be liked by everybody. Okay. Long story short, if you're struggling to get out of your comfort zone, it's okay. Your people are waiting for you, and your people are here for you when you finally pull off the band-aid and you finally press record or you finally press post. Your people will be here for you, and I hope you resonated with some part of this episode today. If you did, please share, please like and subscribe. If not, your view counts as something, all right? And maybe it won't take off right away, right? I think we've been conditioned in society that things are gonna happen so quickly, and that's not how that happens at all in reality. Things happen day by day, and just from your first video to your 100th video, you will see progress, and you will see improvement, and you will see new lovers and new followers and new people and new friends, and you'll meet so many new people and you'll make so many new connections, and that is the beautiful part of it, okay? You just got to get past this hump and the bumps and lumps of, just doing it, and even though it's going to feel uncomfortable, because it's not going to feel great, you know what I mean? Doing something scary isn't going to make you feel amazing, but the results will. The end goal will. When you zoom out and you look at the bigger picture, that is what's the amazing part. And I'm so happy and so thankful and so proud of you for finally ripping off the band-aid and for doing the thing, because we need you, right? Your people can't find you if you're hiding away. Your people can't find you if you're not using your voice to talk. And so we can connect and we can create this connection, even if it's through a screen, even if it's through music, even if it's through writing or poetry, whatever it is for you. Keep doing that and show the world, and the world is waiting for you to do that thing. Okay, I love you, my people. Thank you for listening to this week's episode. It was a little different than usual. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and be gentle and take care of yourselves.